Welcome back to my YouTube channel WebLearnX. This is Virendra Kumar Singh. Today I'm going to explain Spring Boot security with MySQL JPA. So let's get started. So in last video I have shown you how to create the Spring Boot security with the JDBC. So in this video I'm going to explain Spring Boot security with the MySQL JPA. So let me open my Eclipse. I have one product project ready setup. So let me open my project. Let me show first pom.xml. I have add couples of dependency. In pom.xml I have added the couples of dependency like one Spring Starter security, other is the Spring Starter data JPA, next one is the Spring Web, and I need to connect MySQL, so I need required the MySQL connection also. And this project I'm going to set up in the development mode, so I have added the development dev tools also. So this is the dependency I have added in this project. So let me show the project architecture. In this project I have created one controller. In controller I have passed the numbers of URL. So this is the open URL, means this URL not required the any authentication and authorization, it will directly access. And if any admin user going to log in, then it will for the admin user, and this is URL for the user, simple user, not admin user. And I have opened one post because I'm going to create the role and permission in this example. So I have create one URL to set the save the user role and permissions, means authentication and authorization kinds of things. So I'm going to create one URL for this one also. So I have 4 endpoint, and first I'm going to show you how to customize the user details. Means Spring Boot provide one predefined interface, it's called user details. So let's first understand what data required for the user details. So I have create one login util class and implement user details. So user details have required the couples of method to need to override it. So I have added the couples of method like get authorities. It's required the some authorities rule. So I have passed the this role. I'm going to set up role underscore user, and here required the password, get password. So I have pass the password as a hard coded, means I have override the password, means this password going to user. If any user login with the user password, then it will able to access this project. And for the there is the one method also, get username, I need to override it. So whatever the user pass the name, I will return that name only. And here account not expired, so I'm going to pass the true. This is also method of user details. And account non-logged also I'm going to pass as a true. And credential not expired, I'm going to return as a true. And enabled, so this is the I have added the couples of or other method, but let me first uh, execute these things to demonstrate it. After that I will show you how to customize it with the our database. So I have override user details, and I have created one constructor, and I have created one service here. In this service I have one security interface. In the security interface I have extend the user detail service. This interface is provided by the Spring. This is not any means my custom user interface. It is the Spring user interface, and this user interface required the user details. So, and I have create one interface user security INF and extend the user details interface, and I have used create one save method here. So I will explain in. So I have create one uh, security service IMPL, and I'm going to override the load user by name method. So this method provided by the user details service, means it's a predefined whatever the Spring Boot provided. I'm going to override this. So and I have passed the one user, and in this user I call the my util login utils, and in login util I have override the my user credential details. So this is the my interface. I'm not going to demonstrate as of now repository and model things because I will explain it later. And I have create one security. So in this security I have uh, add the some annotation like at the rate configuration and enable security, and here I have called uh, my own interface, like I have created the user security service INF, this one. So I have called this, and in configuration I have used the override the waves security configuration adapter. This method have the couples of different configuration config method. So I have override the one method. It's a user details service method. It's required the some service. So I have created this service, and I pass as a argument here, and I have added the some configuration label also. So if and this is for the CSRF means cost related issue. If execute this application on the different platform, means a different if you call the service with the different URL, like any not a local host from any other uh, UI like Postman or any other REST service application, then I have enabled the course related things also. And for the admin I have provided the admin role, and for the user I have provided the admin and users. If any person which is have the admin role trying to submit with the admin URL, then he will accessible. And if any user means if any member want to access endpoint which is started from the user, so it permission only for the admin and user. And I have opened the save for the all, and also slash and all things for the all, means there is no restriction of save and all. But if any member going to as a admin or as a user, then it will require the ID and password. So this is the my configuration, and I have already explained about the security kind something. And so let me compile this project. Build successfully completed. Let me run the project. So my application up and running on 8080 port. Let's check with the browser request. So let me open the localhost 8080 directly open the. So I am using the slash, so it will allow the access, because if you observe in controller, so and security, let me open the security first. So in if you observe in security, there is not required the any permission. This means this is permitted for the all member. So that's why it's not asking the login and all things. it will directly accessible. So if you observe here, this is the directly accessible. But let me open the any user. So if observe I pass the user here, so it's required the login. So let me add the any random ID, but I need to pass the user as a password, as I earlier said that. So this is the accessible for the admin. Let me log out it. Let me log in with the admin. It's also ask the some user, means there is not restriction of the user, but I have customized the password. My password is user, so this is not authenticated with the user role because I have passed this user as a user, not a admin. Because if you observe the role here in security interface, sorry, in security interface I have added, sorry, in utils I have added the role as a only user role. I did not added the any admin role. That's why it's not permitted to access. This is not permitted to access. So this is how to customize the user details. This is way how to customize the user details. Means here user is the password is the user, but there is the name is not protected, means not any particular password, means I did not customize the password. It's a random password. If whatever the password you have written in password code, sorry, whatever the username you added in login, I reverting that username also only. So this is the way. So let me explain how to customize these things with the MySQL JPA. So for this, let me explain all these things. Let me close all these things first. For user JPA, first here I added the application.property, and in application.property I have used the create mode, means I want to remove the all earlier data and table, and my table database name MySQL JPA security, and my username and password I have added. This is the credential I have already discussed in my JPA things, CRUD operation. Next, I have created one model here. So let me show first the model. I have created two entity here. One is the user entity, and user entity I have passed the ID, password is active, name and the role. I have created many one to many relationship because the user and role have the one to many relationship. So I have uh, one to many relationship with the join column, means it will create the one new table. It's a table name would be user underscore role, and I have created the getter setter. So when I will explain about the Hibernate, then I will explain how to create the one to many, many to many, many to one, and all these type kinds of relationship. So I have created one to many relationship here, and my username table is username. Similarly, I have created one role table, and in role table I have created uh, ID, user role, and users, and here I create many to one relationship. So it will, by help of this, it will create third table, means role and user table. So this is the my entity, and I have created one here repository. In repository I have, this is the JPA repository. I have passed the my username, and I here pass the long. This is the serializer, means what kinds of data here as a ID. So whatever the ID is long type, so I have used here the long types because this is represent the ID of this table. And this is the CRUD JPA. I have created one custom query. So I have created one custom query find by name. So these things I already discussed on the CRUD repository. So if you not understand about this, so please check my CRUD repository video, which is earlier I have released. So and in let me customize now. So let me comment out all these things. I have comment out of these things and open the comment from here. So earlier all these things is hard coded. Let me cut and paste the username from here. Earlier all these things as hard coded, but as of now I'm going to pull the data from the my MySQL database and check the query and all things. So in IMPL I'm going to uncommented all these things, means it will whatever the user pass the user details from the login, it will find using up this username from the my repository, whatever I have customized code in user repository. Using of this, it will find the username details. If user is exist in that table, sorry, if user is exist in that table, so I have get the all user information using up this Java 8 features like map and reduce feature. So I get the all user details, and if user is not exist, so I will return user not found in database exception. So I have called my user from here. So this is the, and I pass in the utils. This is the my util class. So this is the my logging utils. In this utils, there is the constructor. So whatever the user details we can retrieve from the DB, I pass the assign username, password, and as a role. So it will check the all username, password, and role. If corresponding username and password exist in DB, then it will allow to access that URL. Otherwise, it won't be allowed. So, additional things I have added only the this model entity and repository. All this, nothing else. So this is the I have already shown you. So and Spring Security, there is nothing changes. There is nothing changes in Spring Security. So yeah, one let me tell you one thing here. In controller, I have open one controller. Controller name is save data, and it will save the user information in database. So let me compile this project Maven clean. So Maven clean and Maven install is done. Let me run this project, and let me open the Postman, because first I need to pass the user information. So I have already added one Postman details, means my name means username is user, password is sorry, username is admin, password is admin, and I'm going to provide the two role of admin. First is role underscore user, and second is role underscore admin. Let me check application is up and running or not. So you can observe application is up and running. Let me hit my request. So my admin admin is saved successfully. Let me add the one user also. So name is user, password is also user, and I'm going to provide the only single role to save user role only. So let me send the request. So I got the response of this also. Let me open now browser. In browser I'm going to access user endpoint. So first let me access with the user credential. So my username was user and password is also user. So let me hit. So this is accessible because user is able to access. Let me open the admin URL using of. So it not won't be accessible because user have permission only the user URL, not admin URL. So that's why it's showing the message forbidden. So let me log out. I have logged out user. Let me access the URL of admin, and I'm going to pass the admin as well. Password is also admin. So admin have the both credential, admin URL as well as user URL. So let me try the user URL. So you can observe here admin accessible to admin URL as well as user URL. Let me recap once again. So in this project I have created MySQL data JPA. So util basically used for the override the user details. So there is a two way to override. I have override. First one is the simple way, means not means hard coded user ID and password. So here I was pass the hard coded user as a password, and I have written whatever the user is coming from the UI. I just written that one only. And second way, get the data from the database. So this is in login utils and service. I have created the one service INF. In service INF, I have override the extend the user service details and create one save method. And I have created one implementation security service IMPL and extend the security service INF, and just create one not a create, it's override the method load user by username. This is override method. This is provided by the Spring. So first I pass the user information from the I pass the username from the DB and get the all related information from the DB and pass to the login details. And this I have created one other method also for the save, because first time there is no any user, so first I need to save as I shown you in the example. So this is the responsible to save the user. And in security I have used the here earlier I used the JPA or in memory, but as of now I am using the user details service and pass the my service here. And this is the my permission URL. So admin endpoint accessible only the admin, and user endpoint accessible by the admin and user both, and save endpoints permitted to the all, and slash and static all permitted by the all. This is my password encryptor as I discussed earlier video this. And repository I have created the one CRUD repository and I pass the my user here. And in model there is a two user, one is the user, and there is the two entity, one is the user and second is the role, and both have the one to many relationship. And controller I have created the four endpoint, one for the accessible for the R, second is for the admin accessible, third admin and user accessible, and this is the also accessible all for the all, but this is for the only when the user want to save the data. So all this is about the Spring Security with MySQL JPA. So friends, I'm going to upload this project on my GitHub. Please check out from the GitHub and try it from your side. And next video, I'm going to explain Spring LDAP security. So please subscribe my YouTube channel and like and share my video. Thanks.